Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, round number 6 of the championship. And my goodness me, it is. I love it. I love this circuit, but I must say it's very difficult for modern day Formula One cars. I think the Formula One cars are a bit too wide around here. However, the history around this place is filled with triumph and tragedy, isn't it? Tragedy. I can't say that word anymore. Good job I'm not a Steps fan. Yeah, there's been a lot of sadness tinged in the air here in Imola. Of course, as soon as we talk about Imola, that fateful race in 1994 always springs to mind, doesn't it? Of course, that horrific weekend there where he lost Roland Ratzenberger and Ayrton Senna back in 1994. Goodness gracious me. Also lucky that it wasn't a third driver, of course, with Rubens Barrichello as well. Goodness gracious me. God was certainly smiling down on Rubinho that day, but sadly, though, the other two drivers did unfortunately perished, didn't they? Which I don't think is probably the right word, but anyway, and of course, let's go on to more happier memories of Imola now. Of course, 2005 San Marino Grand Prix, which, of course, if anyone's old enough, if anyone's old enough to remember that year, which I'll be very happy if you are, because that means you're just as old as me. Unfortunately, Indigo has invalidated his time already, so that's not ideal. So I'm going to stick with Keza in the Red Bull racing machine. But yeah, 2005, Schumacher against Alonso. That was the first real time we've seen Fernando Alonso and Schumacher very much head-to-head in, I wouldn't say Ferrari was a championship winning machine, was it? Unfortunately, that year, the Ferrari kind of missed a step, mainly down to the Rolls as well. Let's go gold then, says Nosy Pizza. Party time then. Zoo, says Kazan, as Equal said, is chomping at the bit, or is he just chomping his nails? Chappers is, he's so cooked this evening. I wish I was cooked, I'm starving. We've also got, you said, the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, or the, is that Emilia? I don't know. But yes, I have. To be honest, I think Mushroom, I have been practicing over the past couple of seasons. I've finally got it together, because I think when we first race, well, I wouldn't even say first race, the first couple of races around there, I couldn't say it at all in Shocking 7D. Just realised Bronze is going to miss the F1 event on Tuesday. What? That's not good. Oh no. Well, I might have to say I can't race on Tuesday. Goodness gracious me. Of course, what Luke is referring to is Keza goes faster, but he's the only driver to set a time on the board. Chapper said, as he said, he is cooked then, but let's see how cooked he is. And Kaz goes second fastest. Coop is just coming up the hill as well from Toza, and here comes Menace and on a lap as well, as is Tari. And again, I think unfortunately, I haven't had a look at the Drivers and Constructors Championship yet, but we'll soon find out that. Why we missed it, says Serious Mushroom. Because I think it probably starts. When does the F1? I don't know when the F1 event starts, to be honest. I am looking forward to it. But I gotta say, I'm not really I wouldn't say I'm a technical nerd about F1, mainly because I'm a bit too thick about it. But I do like to look at liveries and stuff like that. And I got very excited to see Alpine's race. That race. Oh, Menace, I thought was off the circuit there. Goodness gracious me, that's inch perfect there from Menace. Only a Grand Prix winner so far, and I'm surprised by that. And it's Menace. I wouldn't say that Menace is underperforming, not by a long stretch of imagination, but I think he's in an era of ALR Formula One at the moment, which is being dominated by one man, and one man in particular, and that is the man driving the Kick Sauber of Sam Swift Ninja, who's currently chilling in the pit lane at the moment. There's Percy, who hasn't really got to grips with the Haas this season, or is it similar to Movsky, where unfortunately he potentially missing out on the championship last season has kind of put him on a bit of a downward negative spiral potentially. Here's one man who, of course, World Championship material as well. Season 8 World Champion is Troy. Hasn't really reached the heights since that season, has there? But I think that Troy was really building up to having some major was building up to that incredible season, because I remember season 7 he was very quick as well then. As Troy goes second fastest, when 2/10 second away from Menace, who is currently the fastest driver on 4 wheels around here at the moment, and on 2 as well, because if you've got 2 wheels at the moment, then that means that you've had a shunt into the wall, or you're in the wrong sport. Why we missed it? Dust off my VHS or Betamax said. Says Serious Russia. Or you could, well, to us, I don't think any of us are rich enough to have Sky anymore, are we? Goodness me. But of course, or you could just like do it on the Sky recording box, and his nose goes into a very credible third position. That's great stuff indeed. Indigo making his second bite of chair, but unfortunately has invalidated again. Here's Chappers, of course, Chappers with his millions and millions of fans. Then is the legendary Big Stone used to say. Chappers goes 9th fastest there at the moment. Tory there, who hasn't really has had the best of form in Golden, but 7th at the moment. I ain't too bad there. Just a whisker, just a whisker behind his teammate, as we just got MHD, who hasn't scored as much as what I thought he would here. Oi, says Chop Shop. Hello. I assume that's far. That is, of course. I think that is far some side business, isn't it? We're missing it because it's Tuesday at 8 p.m. Says Luke. To be fair, I do get. I know it's not the 2025 cards I buy. I'm looking forward to it. But also, I do like some liveries as well. But I do like the Haas livery. Did anyone see the Haas livery today? Goodness me. Did anyone see the Haas livery? I thought that looked pretty cool. The Williams livery looks quite nice as well, actually, doesn't it? There is, I was going to say talking to Williams, but it's not Nick Williams, it's an Alpine, who is currently fast at the moment there. Of course, technically, we have really already seen the Alpine, haven't we? Because, of course, Briatore did leak it in his Instagram post a few months ago. Whether that's just no less until 4 sense of security, I do not know. Indigo is, Stan's got a Tom on the board, yeah, as Indigo's Achilles heel in Grand Prix racing at this moment in time is qualifying. Now, Sam Swift Ninja down in 17th position at the moment. Way, says Chop Shop. I'm kidding. My Virgin Box records, no pun intended. I never would have thought of that serious version there. We like to keep it clean here in Gold. Then I've got a big blister on my heel, actually. As I had to jog back from my sisters. It's her birthday today, which, you know, I was only up there for cake. And sadly, it wasn't really a nice cake either. I was expecting chocolate cake or the like sponge cake or like the vanilla cake kind of thing. I don't know what it was. I think it was like lemon drizzle or something like that. Toy Coin goes very fast, but of course beggars can't be choosers. Equals are just coming over the brow of the hill then, and here comes Equals then in the Alpine machine. As look at that great. Oh, he took too much of the curb there, and unfortunately that is invalidated their time. What about Sam Swift Ninja going for another bite of cherry now? It goes back in the pits. 9 minutes in this qualifying session to go, then we'll hopefully go through the champ drives and the construction championship during the formation lap, hopefully, because I am a little bit late. That's the reason why. Sam Swift Ninja then going through the Variante Alta, isn't it? Or is that, to be honest, I haven't read the track map anymore. I do know that this one is the Villeneuve chicane now. Of course, this track was heavily modified after the 94 race set. Of course, first time they raced on this configuration was actually 95. Having said that, his car goes faster by a whisker from a Moto second running. I haven't said that, the configuration was changed again as they took out the final chicane, didn't they? And then we raced on here for the first time in 2020, of course, as a part of the pandemic, and we had a lot of classic races there. I must admit, I do have a soft spot about 2020, mainly because we had so many amazing circuits on the calendar. You jogged home. Are you? What? You gonna be off work tomorrow? Then, so Smasher. I'll be off work for the entire month, to be fair. Qual said they're giving me the eye there. Goodness gracious me. We're just watching Sam Swift Ninja then in the bottom of the hill as well. Then we're on board with the King Sam. We're currently second in the Constructors' Championship run, but Sam Swift Ninja is leading the championship, going for to be the first driver to have 3 championships in his pocket. We are not half distance yet. This is round 6 out of a 16-round championship, so there's only 10 left after tonight. Sam Swift only 6 fast. I'm wondering if, as Kaz has gone faster in the Aston Martin. Brabham hasn't set a time just yet. The McLaren are once again, just like last season, have not scored many points at all. They've only got 1 point so far, the McLaren team have, with Coop and Brabham really struggling there. Once again, I wonder if the McLaren is a very difficult car to drive, which on this game, which will definitely explain why I didn't score many points and 100%. That is what I'm thinking of anyway. As we got a bit of a, I gotta say, is this a sprint? I don't think it is, but goodness gracious me, as one of the Alpines and Brabham was going head to head down the hill then. My word then, as just get on our way now, and look, Brabham's going to be able to have a is going to be able to have a lovely slipstream there, and I think that was a mortal, wasn't it? Potentially in the it's an RB, sorry, not an LP. No, there's the RB. So just coming up into turn 1 and 2 now. Then on board with Brabbit. Then Brabbit hasn't set a time just yet. Then as the RB gets out of the way, then was that a bit of slipstreaming then potentially? Oh my goodness me! Don't normally see that against opposite teams there. And of course there was a mention of that earlier last season, was there, especially in Monza. However, one thing that has been mentioned tonight then, and I think it's about track limits and potentially as Menace has gone faster still then the track evolution around here is quite a steep curve then, almost as steep as my belly, as my waistline as well. Then it certainly goes up quite vertically, but as probably comes over the brow of the hill, Menace is fastest at the moment there, but of course there was a lot of talk about track limits around here, wasn't there, and potentially maybe ignoring some track limits there because of some issues there, but I think that has been quashed quite quickly, because that could become a very grey area, and I think the stewards have already got their work cut out anyway. And I think that was the decision anyway. I must admit, I did read most of it, to be fair, but I just wanted to drive showing their concern about it. Brabbit, their former silver champion, currently 10th mode, has got in front of Keza as the two Red Bulls have dropped down into 9th and 11th as it stands at the moment. Percy then, who's just finishing off the lap now. Menace fastest and second fastest Kaz with a mortal in third, then out for another lap. Then the two Ferraris who are leading the Constructors' Championship. Percy's invalidated and Percy's in the wall. I think that's frustration there. And I'm sure the Mazepin crashed there, didn't he? Back in 2021 now. Of course, I'm not comparing Percy to Mazepin. How would I? Noel's doing a good job in the 5th position now. I would never compare that because, of course, Percy is a world champion. Mazepin is not, even though they both are driving technically the same car and also crashed very similarly as well. I think I can get 15 here. Might be in trouble. There's going to be a lot of penalties tonight, says Serious Russia. Track limits are a joke, says Chappers. As we're just watching the mortal coming down the hill as well. So currently at the moment, it is Menace who leads the way as he is just doing a bit of grass cutting there. It looks a bit long down there, doesn't it? So Menace doing his community service. I don't think Menace has swore yet, though, has he? Which is certainly higher on the FIA's agenda, isn't it? Don't get me wrong. I don't mind it to a certain degree, but I do think that Ben Salim is going about it the wrong way because, of course, his Indigo has got a time on the board of 10th fastest at the moment in the RB. Don't get me wrong, I quite like the cracking down on swearing to a certain degree, as Riley has invalidated his time and is now in the pit. But I feel that they are going about the wrong way. I think that Ben Salim should have just said, I heard this on the YouTube channel actually, you should just ask drivers to tone it down a bit. And not being funny, I think in the heat of the moment on Kaz is going to be swearing as well, to be fair on that. Good job we don't broadcast radio in the ALR. But I think in the car, and when you're in the heat of the moment, of course, I do feel that I swear a lot. Well, goodness me, I was swearing a lot last week in Bronze, to be honest. So I was getting sandwiched by the two horses. Lovely stuff indeed. Mazepin is a goat and Percy is not, says Besser. Goodness gracious me. Well, those are the facts for Besser. Goodness gracious me. I just swallowed my tongue. But no, I do feel that don't get me wrong, the swearing in oh my goodness me, I'm in trouble now. I cannot say that B word. Goodness me. In press conferences, I think yes, I do think that they should probably not swear as much, which is fair enough, but I think on the radios and stuff, it's very difficult to keep your emotions in check. Of course, Sebastian Vettel, one of the most, I must admit, when he was a racing driver, he did get a bit vocal on the radio, but he was absolutely fuming with the two Red Bulls, especially for Verstappen in Mexico 2016. Now, of course, and of course, footballers do it as well. So that's just my opinion, in my opinion. Swearing in press conference, I get getting annoyed because people swear in the cockpit. No way. And the fact that the championship could be decided by swearing is crazy. Absolutely, Luke. You've nailed that one. You've nailed that one right on the hit the nail on the head there. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, I think press conferences, yeah, absolutely, because it's an official press conference. Footballers do it. Every sports person do it. I would dare I say I'm a sports star? No, I'm not. But I do. I was swearing a lot in on Tuesday. I swear a lot anyway, to be honest, when I'm playing games. Apparently gaming is meant to relax you. It certainly doesn't relax me. That's all I say. 2 minutes in this qualifying session now, and I think that there's also going to be some swearing and profanity in all the cars now, as we are getting into crunch time here. And there might be some swearing going on down at Toza as well. Keza goes 7 fastest, and I think that might be a positive side of swearing for Keza. Oh, goodness me, that was an unsafe release there, wasn't it? For the RB, wasn't it? I think it was. A Nolte is going to be swearing as well. Goodness me, you've got a lot of swearing going on tonight. However, I'm sure all these drivers probably don't swear as much as me, to be fair. It's just on board of some sort of championship leader. He probably doesn't much to swear about this season, has he? Of course, in the championship, it's all gone his way so far. I think it was the first time last week, though, he did not finish on the podium, did he? Unfortunately for Sam Swift Ninja, of course, but he did finish in 4th position now. Goodness gracious me. And sadly, this season, he won't be able to equal Emerson's record of 21 podiums in 22 races there, which is absolutely a redonkulous feat. But in terms of, because it's a shorter season, but Sam Swift Ninja there has so far been on the podium in every race apart from last week in Portugal. Nice avoiding, Ginge. Thank you very much, sir. Oh, Samson Ninja he's off the circuit there. Goodness me. They're coming out of the final turn, and Samson Ninja across the line to go second fastest. Checkered flag. It's not. What was that waving? I'm sure it's a checkered flag waving over the start finish line. Never mind. I'm just telling you absolute porkies. As Immortal is crawling, there's issues for Immortal, sadly. That's not ideal. And what about Toy Coin as he comes out of Dozer and then puts his toe down up the hill. There. So we're on board with Toy Coin. Michael Schumacher had a horrific smash there in 1995 in his Benetton Renault. Why do I remember that? Because that was one of the only few times. Oh, Toy Coin's invalidated there. That's going to be costly. Nosey out on circuit as well. That was one of only a few times that his MHD has gone 8 fast and in front of his teammate there. That's a good lap there. Cam looking much stronger here tonight, but invalidating his time, Cam is. That's not ideal. Percy starting this up now, down in left position there. That's not where we normally see Percy. Brabant out on circuit as well. This is it. It's crunch time now. What's happened? Who's that? That's Legends off the circuit. Legends in 14th for this there. He's going to be feeling a bit vulnerable there. The checker flag has now fallen, and it is going to be Cam then who's going to be the first one across the line. But Cam is not going to improve, and that is costly for Cam. Oh dear, oh dear. What are we looking for? Oh, and who's that? That's Immortal in the wall. That is a horrific smash there. Whether that was anger or whether that was a technical failure, we do not know. Menace out of the final turn as well. No one's improving at the moment. Equal 16, Briley 17. Menace has, and he's on pole position for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Good stuff indeed. And however, there's as Kaz has also retired from the session as well. And Cooper's and Super's over to 12th position. Good stuff indeed. What about the second McLaren and Brabant? Brabant stays 14th, and Cooper's unqualified, his illustrious teammate. Good stuff indeed. Chadverse is down in 19th position. He did say he was cooked, and that is certainly being cooked at the moment. Knowlesy's invalidated as well. They're all falling by the wayside here. Percy goes full fastest. That's a salvage operation there for Percy, but it's not the two Ferraris down in 6th and 7th position. That's not going to please the Tifosi at all. But what is going to please the fans of Menace up there, because that is pole position there for Menace, and that is Menace's second pole position of the season for the Mercedes-Benz Patronus AMG and all that jazz there. Good stuff indeed there for the Mercedes. I'm just taking a look to see what is his excuse me, what his all-time record is then, as 1 second, as I haven't got me spreadsheet up, as you can tell. Oh dear. All about trying to be a bit more professional and stuff. That's the same pole position there for Menace, Mike's lovely stuff indeed then. And I think he's going to be overjoyed with that result, isn't he? But can he get the win next? He's only got 1 Grand Prix win so far. Scrap says Equals. It was me, Ginge. You forgot your lunch, says Sirius Mushroom. I never forget my lunch, Mushroom. Food is usually the first thing on my mind when I wake up, and the last thing when I go to bed. Menace Max, 8th pole position of his career then. Just today, it's going to be difficult to overtake around here. And also, so strategy is going to be key. We was discussing it very briefly with the championship leader last week in the form of Sam Swift Ninja. So maybe this is going to get very interesting. Sam Swift Ninja was languishing down in 8th or 9th before that final run. But Menace pole position with Sam Swift alongside. And then it's Kaz, Percy, 3rd and 4th. Immortal and Troye, 6th and 5th and 6th. Troye, Toy Coin and Nolsey. Great qualifying for Nolsey. 8th and 9th, or 7th and 8th, I should say. 2 Red Bulls, share row 5, Cam, Coop, 11th and 12th, and 13th and 14th for Indigo and Brabant, then Legends and Mumford, Equals and Riley, Chappers Horror Show, and Dory down in 20th and last position there. Thank you very much to Vintage there for gifting some memberships there. Browers has got a membership. Thank you very much, Vintage, and evening all. Good evening to you, Vintage. Hope you're well. So, right, let's go through the drivers of the constructors, shall we? Because I'm all at sea at the moment. Then. Right, then the drivers looks like this. Too good to miss. Then, to be fair, at the moment, Sam Swift Ninja is looking pretty phenomenal out there. I would say that. 30 points is the gap. It's whatever happens here tonight. Sam Swift Ninja will still lead the championship. AC Immortal is second there, but he's had a so-so qualifying. Troy and Toy Coin, 3rd and 4th, and then we've got Menace in 5th. Today's pole sitter with Indigo in 6th. 7th is Keza with Percy down in 8th position, and 9th is Legends with Kaz in 10th position, and Chappers also on 16 points as well. Equals on 14, 6 for Boxtel, 5 for Knowles, who could increase his bank account tonight. Mumford on 5, 4 for Markey, and then 2 for MHD and Brabant on 1 point so far. In the Constructors' Championship, then, it is like this. The Constructors' Championship is Ferrari lead the way with the Kick Sauber team second by 24 points at the moment. Alpine are in 3rd position at 16 points away from Kick Sauber. Mercedes are 25 points behind 3rd position. RB is in 4th position with the Haas team are in 5th, and 20 points separates the RB and Haas. There's been a bit of a split between the top half and the bottom of the constructors. Red Bull 25, 21 for the Williams team, 24 Aston Martin and McLaren. A shambolic start to the World Championship, sadly. Not ideal at all. In the joint constructors then, it is Alpine that leads the way. They overtook Kick Sauber. I think it was in silver, wasn't it, there? And they've kept their lead just about those 2 points between Kick Sauber and the Alpine. Aston Martin are in 3rd position with Red Bull in 4th. Ferrari are in 5th with Williams in 6th position. And then 4 points in front of the McLaren team in 7th. And Haas are in 8th then on 109 points. 94 points for the Mercedes team and 10 points. No, not 10 points. And 82 points then for the RB team. That is because there's a certain ginger there that's not pulling his weight, I think. That is why then. Right. That was very fast track, so apologies about that. So this commentator should probably organise his diary better, shouldn't he, really? All on medium tyres, so that's easy, apart from Kez, who's gone. Kez? Oh, goodness me, we're on first name basis now, fantastic. Well, I don't even think Kez's first name, shambolic. But on the hard tyre then, Kez is, everyone else is on the medium. Well, I thought there would be a bit more of a split then, so that just shows I know nothing about the sport. Oh, it's Sam Swift Ninja there. Again, it's all out of shape there. But Menace on pole position then. Now, as you, we've got a couple of grid hatches in front of us. I think that's the is that the starting grid for the MotoGP? No, it can't be because the grid box are too high then. Maybe for the Ferrari Super GT Championship, maybe, or something like that. I'm trying to sound clever and I really am. So maybe let's stop on that. Right. 20 cars here in the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, or if you're older than 30 like me, then it's the San Marino Grand Prix. Lights are on. 1, 3, 4, 5. A pause. And it's go. And Menace Max, does he get away? Well, MHD's already passed Knowlesy already, so Knowlesy then is already down in position. It's a very narrow start down into turn 1 then, and currently Menace cuts across the World Championship leader and the World Champion as well. So they've all gone away safe and sound, that they all come through the first chicane, and I think they've made it through. Goodness gracious me then. That is fantastic placement, gentlemen. Menace leads, only 1 Grand Prix win to his name then, so it's going to be, and Percy does not need to win this Grand Prix. Yes, we're only on round 6. There's a problem. It's Legends off the circuit at the exit of the Fiona chicane. and that's not ideal. Yellow flags is fluttering for the RB down in 20th position. There's Tori and Riley also fighting for position as well, as we now drop down the hill. Sam Swift Ninja is in second position. Kaz is in third. Good opportunity for Kaz, but remember, Kaz has had issues in race trim, where he has dropped back. Percy in fourth position, and it looks like he's starting to lose touch already from the top three. The top three, which Menace Mike's there, hopping over those chicane, hopping over the chicane as well, as we once again climb down the hill. This is definitely an old school circuit. I am expecting safety cars. Sam Swift Ninja was very vocal about the safety cars last week there, which potentially hurt him there. Kez has lost a couple more positions. He's down 3 positions. Kez is there, and that's a difficult start for Kez. Not as bad as Legends in the sister team. And Menace is at the far side, but Sam Swift Ninja's already going for the lead. Then he's going to take the lead before he even needs DRS, and then wheel to wheel. And Sam Swift Ninja, I said he didn't need to win this race, but he's going for it anyway. And Menace on the outside. Great defending from Menace there. And Sam Swift Ninja had to back out of that. Look at this. It's Menace is defending there. He is driving with his front rear, with his wing mirrors at the moment as we go through the field of chicane. Kez is down another position here. It's a horror show start for Kez, but those hard tires may come back into competitiveness later on in this race. My golly gosh, that over the brow of the hill once again then, as my goodness gracious me then. So Menace has, as Kez has lost another position there, is sadly that's the Kez, it's just a hard tire, said maybe not the preferred race tire one, but that will come back to help Kez. I have no doubt about that later on, but Menace is going to have to get his elbows out again then. Only one obvious overtaking opportunity on this circuit there, and that is the DRS over the start finish straight down into turn 1 then. That is what Sam Swift is going to happen. Sam Swift, even DRS last time around then was very much all over this Max's gearbox, and that rear end of the Mercedes is looking very unstable. My word then, is Sam Swift Ninja's all over Menace like a bad suit, then out to the final turn and across the line, and DRS is now available. Menace is at the far side of the race then, but now here comes Sam Swift then, and he takes the lead. Sam Swift is there, and here comes Kaz as well. Oh my goodness me! And just like Bottas and George Russell, and that's going to be a VSC, and my goodness gracious me, we should have been on board with that because we might have had a better shot of it, but Kaz is out of the Grand Prix, and oh dear. And just like Russell and Bottas in 2021, the only difference was it was wet that time around there, and of course they're in different machinery. But that is not good at all. And Kaz, it was driving super. It was looking quick at this stage of the race, or this stage of the this season. And of course, round 6 and here in Emilia, Kaz looked fantastic. But that is not ideal at all for Kaz. Out of the Grand Prix, out of the race there. Did Menace not give him any room then? Did he not see him coming through, going down into turn 1 then? I think that is going to be certainly reviewed by the stewards, I think, now. And I'm sure that the stewards are already looking at that now then. I think Farf's already got out his magnifying glass then. Not because he's old, because he wants to look at the finer details potentially. And also he's old as well. So we go down into, we've got the VSC at the moment, and we're going to pit then. This is a very, I must admit, I think it's going to be, I'll be surprised if anyone does pit then. And Percy just threw me a curveball there, because I thought Percy was going to come in the pits. They're all bunched up, so if you did pit now, you'd have to really look after those hard tyres. DRS is enabled. We're back racing. And now Menace said as Indigo is caught Cam napping there. Cam was up to 9th, is back down to 10th position now. But I do feel that Sam Swift Ninja is looking quite quick around here, quite pacey here in Emilia tonight in the Sauber, in the kick Sauber, they're called steak kick Sauber or whatever they're called now. Albeit I don't think steak's allowed to be on the cards, is it, in certain countries these days? Over the Browdale then, so Percy in third position with a Mortor in fourth. Then we've got Troy in fifth. Lovely shot here as we're just looking down at Troy, the former champion from season 8 in the Ferrari, and Troy is probably one of the most popular gentlemen around this circuit, along with Toy Coin, as the Italian fans are going to be very much are going to be very much, willing Troy and Toy Coin on then for a good result here tonight. Then, so Kaz has said, my whole wrist is been hurt there, and that was so unfair, says Kaz. So Kaz then, Kaz is not happy with the driving of Menace Max by the sounds of it. There, we didn't have a very good camera angle, did we? Then, so to be fair, I thought that as Indigo set the fast off race there, of course, on this early stage of this Grand Prix so far. Then, but it's got to be all about. It's so narrowed down there. These cars are so big. We did touch on that in the opening stage there. Indigo there, unfortunately, doing a lot of his work in the race once again. There, Indigo is struggling with qualifying trim, but in race trim, he's certainly superb stuff indeed there. But Kaz not happy then. That is Kaz's first initial thought then, as Menace Max potentially didn't leave him enough room there over the start-finish straight potentially there. Out of Toza then. Equal's in 30th position. Keza has stopped the rot, and he is now starting to find some pace on those hard compound tyres. Menace is out of DRS range. Sam Swift Ninja then is now already. Well, goodness gracious me, Sam Swift Ninja is so quick at this stage of proceedings there. Menace is going to be very much driving on his wing mirrors once again, like he was in the early stage of this race. Sam Swift Ninja is now second and a half in front of Menace, and then it's Menace, Percy, Immortal. This could be the race for this afternoon's entertainment. There, it's going to be the battle for second potentially, because my goodness me, they've all disappeared. Look at Knowles in the background. Best performance so far this season for Knowles. Good stuff. And here comes Percy through, passes Menace, and up into, and that is, I thought it was going to be a carbon copy of the incident we just had a few laps ago. And only a VSC though, I was surprised by that, as Indigo has lost out. And unfortunately for Indigo and MHD, the problem that we got now is that they've got now, I should say, well, we of course, all you Indigo and MHD fans out there, is that they haven't got DRS. So that is going to be painful. They've got to find some pace there, which Knowles has got a 2-second buffer at the moment, and that is crucial around here, I feel. Knowles, he's got some pace, says Sarah Spurgeon. Absolutely, Knowles is driving superbly well at the moment. But of course, like Carzo, Knowles, who we thought had some good pace as well, but unfortunately out of the Grand Prix, Knowles has got to survive this. Mumford and Riley have both got the first 3-second penalties of the evening, and I must say that I think that if I get anything lower than 50-second penalties on Tuesday, I think that is a success. Toy Coin getting a bit squirrely on the old rear posterior there. Knowles is looking very hungry there, even though we're in Italy. Of course, Italy does have some fine cuisine. Sam Swift Ninja, I reckon that Sam Swift Ninja did put his toe down, trying to get out of DRS, and I wonder if he's lost. It looks like that he was struggling there, because all of a sudden, unless he's made a mistake or he's ran out of hers, Percy's now all over the back now of Sam Swift Ninja. Sam Swift's got quite a nice cut buffer already in the championship there. So, but I think that Sam Swift Ninja, is he going to be more concerned about the championship at this stage of this season? Then we're only on round 6. Yes, I know it's only a short season, but Sam Swift Ninja, is he going to drive cautiously, or is he going to fight for the win then? To be honest, I think Sam Swift Ninja is going to fight for every inch of the track, and then some, and that's what we love to see. Over the brow of the hill once again, and of course this is a cracking circuit to drive, isn't it? Maybe not a very good race track, is it? Of course, Cam has got a 3-second penalty. 3 penalties already out there, that we are expecting a penalty city over the course of the next 3 days or so. Indigo's got a 3-second penalty as well. That could be crucial, as I do feel that Indigo is going to be a major factor later on in this Grand Prix. As the 2 Ferraris, are they going to swap now? Because it looks like Troy and Toy Coin have swapped in terms of the pace out there at the moment. Toy Coin looks the fastest of the 2 Scuderia Ferraris at the moment. He's not getting out DRS on the front straight. Gotta get the rest of the track, says Mushroom. Yes, and as you can see, Sam Swift Ninja is out of DRS again, but I am feeling he'll be back in as well. Be back in it in a not too distant future. I think there's going to be a lot of DRS. It's going to be a lot about DRS tonight, isn't it? Here comes Coop, as in Soup then, but he's not close enough to the back of Equals just yet. Then actually the other way around. Let's rephrase that. As Coop there again a bit squirrely, and now Equals is pushing him up to the Villeneuve chicane. And we've also got Keza, who is now in 14th position. Keza, this is the problem though with Keza, because he started on the harder tyre. He is going to have to fight his way back through the field, and that is going to cause that's going to be more wear on the tyre. tyres, which means more wear on the tyres, which means he won't be able to go as fast or as further as he would like, and the amount of time that he's going to lose behind the traffic as well. This is the problem then with starting on the hard tyre, and the only driver on the hard tyre as well, which I'm quite surprised by. I thought some other drivers may have thrown a curveball, but I also feel that that might be down to the old school nature of this circuit, because the barriers are close. So if you're going to go off, you're going to go off in the big way. You're going to hit something hard, and that is going to cause a VSC or a safety car. Sam Swift locks up there, and now Percy is starting to drop off the back as well. It's going to be very much a cat and mouse game, this one is here tonight. Lap 8 out of 32, and Sam Swift Ninja is out of DRS again, so that means that Percy cannot open the rear wing, which means a Mortal should be through. Into the pits comes MHD, so that's a very early pit stop indeed there for MHD, as we've got Equals who's alongside Coop. He's on the grass almost, but he's through, and he's up into a very fine position as well. That was a strategical stop there from HD. He wants to get the undercut here tonight. I know, let's see how powerful that is then. Sam Swift Ninja's back in DRS then. I thought the Sam Swift Ninja might run and hide here tonight, but that's not the case, is it? At the moment then, this is going to be a very tense affair. This one is here tonight then. Let's take stock. We're on lap 9. The first of the pit stops have happened. That is MHD, who's gone to the hard tyre. Sam Swift Ninja leads, but only by half a second now from Immortal in second position. Lucas Percy is now in third. With Menace Max, the pole sitter down in fourth position. Then the two Ferraris. Knowles in a superb seventh position. Well, this is the very old school Knowlesy, which we haven't seen for many of a year. Riley's got a second penalty there. Indigo's in eighth position, but he's got a 3-second gap between himself and Knowlesy. That's going to be costly. That's going to hurt him, I feel, because he's got the no drag reduction system down the start finish straight. Cam in ninth position, Brabant in 10th, and then after that, then outside the points is Equals in 11th with Coop as in Soup in 12th position. Kez in 13th. Into the pits. There comes the Ferrari toy coin, and Usually it is the leading Indigo's got a 10-second penalty. That's going to be painful, isn't it, for Indigo? Maybe a bit of frustration as he knows he has a lot of pace around here. But as all goodness me, is that almost an unsafe release there for the Ferrari? No, it's fine then. Indigo in the pits as well then. Now going off the medium tyres, on it's the hard tyres. So the 10-second penalty will be added to the end of Indigo's race time if he does not pit. Oh, contact in turn 1 between Legends and Riley. And oh dear, we do not see what happened there, but down in turn 1 there. Is there damage on the cars? There's major damage on the RB, sadly. I don't think this is RB's home race anymore, is it? Of course, they used to be they were the minority team, weren't they, before they became the Toro Rosso, then became the AlphaTauri, and now they're the RB, which then they'll be renamed again next year to the Racing Bulls, which is a much better name. Mumford's got no repose. I think that's up to 6 seconds now, Mumford is. That is me trying to use my memory there, which is never going to go well, is it? Sam Swift Ninja is still in DRS at the moment. Tori's got a 3-second penalty as well. Is any of the leaders going to come in the pit side? Sam Swift Ninja has stayed out. They have all stayed out at the moment then. I'm surprised that Troy is in the pit side, so I'm surprised that Troy didn't bring Troy in first there, because he is the lead driver. That is normally what happens in teams, but of course in ALR Formula 1 it is slightly different. Blimey O'Reilly, says Serious Bush. Well, I missed the trick there, didn't I? Chapper's in, Troy in, also in the pits as Legends and Riley as well, but I think that they're both in to change their nose cones as well after the damage in turn 1. So there's just a long pit lane as well. Troy is coming out of the pits now. Where is that second Ferrari of Toy Coin? Toy Coin, there he is, and Toy Coin has jumped his teammate. Is not too close then. Well, it is close actually. So it is very close indeed there, but also Toy Coin have had his tyres up to temperature. Let's see if the warm-up is going to be a problem around this circuit. Of course, we are in Italy, aren't we? Quite early on in the time of year. I think it's springtime it is, which is absolutely a beautiful place to visit, isn't it? Is Percy's rear end there getting a bit squirrely. That car 21, Percy is the world champion from season 9. Of course, Percy is. And of course, technically, of course, he did retire from the season last season, but if he did retire, he would have been runner-up last season as well, Percy is. At the moment, then, as Menace is in the pits, of course, our former pole sitter, and also Knowlesy in the pits as well. So that gaggle of 7 cars has been whittled down to 3 now between the championship leader, the man who's second the world championship, and the last champion before Sam Swift Ninja in the form of Lucas Percy. And there's a lot of those. All 3 of these have been champion winning ALR, guys. Fantastic. Cam, getting squirrely there, and that's going to entice Brabant, but it's so narrow coming up to the Villeneuve chicane. I think the Brabant's going to have to hold back here, and he has held back. Then we've got Equals, followed by Keza, who is on the hard tyres, and now we've got Troy trying to have a sniff, trying to get past his team, but both Ferraris have jumped past the Mercedes, so the Ferraris are going to help each other and work together. They are leading the Constructors' Championships, both Ferraris are at the moment. Then we've got Indigo there, of course, and look at that, Indigo and MHD, they're very close to the back of those. The gap was about 3 seconds when they came in the pits, and of course they pitted about 2-3 laps ago. That is going to get very interesting indeed then. It's very difficult to overtake as well around there, so that is a shrewd strategical manoeuvre there. Top 6 has not pitted yet. Top 7 have not pitted yet, but the top 6 are on the medium tyres. Keza, the only driver on the hard tyres at the moment, is in 7th position. Sadly for Keza, he has got a 16-second buffer. Into the pits comes a motor, and now it is, Indigo's got a penalty. That's going to be painful and costly. I've dropped my controller. Goodness me, I apologise. I know you've got Mumford and another penalty at the moment. A motor in the pits now. My goodness gracious me. As Cooper's also got a penalty as well there, and Chappers has got a 3-second penalty. Goodness gracious me, the penalties are starting to rack in now. Mortal, where's Mortal going to come out? Mortal's coming up now. Troy is set the fast side for the race, and here comes Troy. Where's Mortal? He's coming out the pits now. The two Ferraris have jumped him, and the two Ferraris are now, are they going to be in the de facto lead this race? I feel they are. And now Menace is through as well. This is going to create a different dynamic to the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Surely the front two are going to have to stop now with Percy and Samshift Ninja, or can they keep up the pace there? Top 6 won't go much longer, says Cirrus Russia. This is getting very interesting in terms of the strategy, the strategical element around here. My word. Surely the front guy is going to have to pit now. I think, can the hard tyres Mushroom? Of course, Mushroom is our Ted Krawick's in the pit lane, or maybe our Karun Chandler, depending on your preference. But I wonder if Cirrus Russia can answer whether the hard tyres can go forever and a day in this circuit, on this race. Well, at the moment though, Sam Swift and Percy have stayed out again. And are they concerned by the hard tyres not getting into the end at a reasonable state then? There are loads of drivers in the pits here. I'll say loads, there's about 3 of them in the pits, and that's released Keza onto hard tyres then. And you know what would help Keza beautifully now is a safety car. As Cam into the pits then for kicks out with it. Equals into the pits, stopping on his marks for the Alpine machine then. In and out, shake a little about. Brabant's already up there. Menace has set the fast up of the race there. And Troy is now into 4th finish there. But look at this, there's Toy Coin now is also all over the back of him as well. Look at Menace and Immortal currently too far back at the moment to be in DRS, but they are eking it out there. Knowlesy in 8th position, MHD in 9th, and Sam Swift Ninja has got a penalty, and that is very rare to say. Sam Swift Ninja under the cosh here tonight there, and it's got a penalty. Is that going to cost Sam Swift Ninja later on then? Menace is going to have the tyre advantage at the end, but all can go to the end, says Cirrus Mushroom, as Cam and Coop are. I thought he was going to go for the switchback here and toes out. Not quite though, but Cam there's all over the gearbox of no, Coop's all over the gearbox of Cam. Cam has only just come out the pits there. He's got to get some tyre temperature into those hard tyres then. Whew. So I'm in the pits now. What about Percy? Percy has stayed out here. The world champion, the double world champion, the championship leader, Sam Swift Ninja's had it all his own way so far this season, but he's in the pits now. Indigo's got no pounds there. I think there's a lot of frustration in that Mercedes cockpit there, as Mercedes, I'm a year behind. In the RB cockpit, Mumford's also got penalties as well. So that's Troy. That's crucial in this race. There's going to be lack of penalties that could win this race. Out of the pits now comes Sam Swift. Where are the two Ferraris? The two Ferraris are coming down the pit lane now. There they go. The Scuderia are going to be jumping for Troy, as the Ferraris are not leading yet there, but they can see that Sam Swift Ninja is about 2 seconds back and just in front of Knowlesy and MHD then. So that I think that could be a crucial part of this race then. So with Percy, I think Percy's going to be behind Knowlesy and MHD, I feel, because he's stayed a lap too long, and the hard tyres are now the quicker tyre, I feel, and Tori's got a penalty there. Here comes Keza. He's only only lost 4 seconds there in the last 4 or 5 laps actually since Troy's going to the pit. So he's lost a second on average on those whole tyres there. But he will have a tyre advantage there on. But the question is though, will those tyre advantages help the overtaking around here? It's very difficult to overtake in this race there. Look though, the two Ferraris are now starting to hold up Menace and holding up Immortal here. Goodness gracious me then. So is Ferrari going to let Toy Coin go? Toy Coin has a Troy has a 3-second penalty. Percy has stayed out again. Percy has stayed out again, and so is Percy rolling the dice for maybe a potential risking it and a bit of goal hanging here, or trying to get us, maybe you can see in a place of safety car, maybe. But I think the two Ferraris are going to have to switch positions. They have switched positions, and Troy is in the middle there, and Menace is going to take position. Oh, contact between the two cars, but Menace is through. Toy Cohen down into 4th. Troy has lost 3 positions in that exchange. And my word, as we've also got Equals and Coop also 5 positions as well as Brabham is now into 12th position there. And Cam is just in front of us at the moment. Goodness gracious me. Great manoeuvre there, but Troy's not going to be too happy with that. Then he's gone from 3rd to 6th there. And that's run down into turn 1. My word. Percy leads 6.5 seconds there from Keza. Then Keza's got a 12-second buffer on board now. Then, as you can see, Menace followed by followed by Toy Coin, followed by Immortal, followed by Troy, and then we got Sam Swift Ninja almost in DRS, but he's also pulling along Novelty, who's driving superbly well here tonight. Fantastic stuff indeed. Great driving from Novelty, as I said, and this feels like the old school Novelty we haven't seen in many of year then, but really very much on the pace from the get-go. Is Novelty here tonight. Into the pit seconds Percy. I feel that's a couple laps too long. It's going to be a lot of effort for Percy to get himself back into this one now. The Haas mechanics have got him back out. Here we go then, as Nolte has set the fastest lap of the race then. So then there's the two Ferraris heading now back up into 3rd and 4th position then. So the Ferrari sadly didn't lead this race. Going up Immortals off the second. Troy did not give Immortal and almost into Sam Swift Ninja who rejoins, but Immortal I don't think was given space on the outside there, and Troy potentially wasn't using his wing mirrors there. Toy could PK Menace for Troy, says Sirius Marshall. He certainly could, but unfortunately at the moment, Troy could be in a bit of trouble there with the stewards on that, but potentially. However, luckily, I am not a steward. I keep saying this every week because, let's be honest about it, sometimes I don't know my bottom from my elbow sometimes. Keza still leads then by 3.2 seconds. These penalties are racking in at an alarming rate now. So Menace and Toy Coin have not got any penalties. Where's Percy? Percy's come out down in 10th position, 3 seconds away from Indigo at the moment. So just over half distance or under half distance. Something along those lines. Pole is a 13.5. We said nothing. Troy, Troy. I blink there. Is that the other Tory has got a penalty as well? Santos Ninja is now starting to cook there in that kick salary. He's down 5th position. He's in DRS range at the moment, but I think he's too far back. He's currently in 5th position at the moment, but we'll also see Percy have a tyre delta of about 2 or 3 laps over Sam Swift, and he's also got a decent tyre delta over many of the other racers as well. As Cam and Brabham in strong positions there, and you can see they've got a lot of lockups there going into turn 1. Legends into 18th position. Riley into the pits again there. Riley is there at this moment in time then. As Metran has retracted his statement there. As Kaz allowed that moment on those hard tires. Of course, back in the old days, Kaz could have potentially fought by going to the end and having a 0 stop then. Who was the last driver to have a 0 stop? Was it Ocon? In Brazil, I don't think did Alpine not do a pit stop technically in Brazil? Potentially, I can't remember. But yeah, because it was all the it was kind of like some of the drivers who were easy on the tyres used to not pit in the early 90s, whilst the drivers like Berger absolutely used to chew up his tyres, didn't he? Where he was driving for the Ferrari or the McLaren back in the early 90s. As Toy Coin still leading the way at the moment. No, it's Max who's leading this Crocodile, but it's still Kaz who's leading the way in this Grand Prix at the moment. There's no safety cars yet. Then there's a Mortal has got back past Nolsey. MHD has dropped right off the back of Nolsey. Percy. MHD just doesn't have the pace over nose at the moment. Here's Percy back into 9th position now. Indigo down into 10th. Indigo has a lot of penalties, unfortunately. We do not know. Sam Swift Ninja was alongside Troy, going into the Villeneuve chicane now. Just watching now, going into Toza, and that Ferrari then, who has been on its tyres for 8 laps, and compared to Sam Swift Ninja's 4 laps, so that could be crucial later on in this race. This is the toy coin we've been waiting for. He's driving superbly well at the moment there. Inch perfect at the moment, toy coin and Menace Max have been as well, and no penalties out there so far. Impressive stuff there, along with MHD and Lucas Percy, and also Legends, no penalty, but Knowles has got another one. That is not going to help Knowles' quest for 7th position in this race today. And at this moment in time, he will drop behind MHD, of course. So as just come down the hill once again and back on board with Samsung Ninja. Immortal is flirting with the DRS at the moment, and he's just in it, then just out of it, then just back in it. As Kez has had enough of those hard tyres now and coming into the pits. Whoa, what's happening there? Toy Coin there, almost coming into the pits. What's going on there? And he's hit the bollard off. And my word there, as Toy Coin, I wonder if he was trying to change something, setting on the steering wheel potentially, but goodness me. That could have been very unfortunate there for Toy Coin, but he's still in this one there. It's still good. Troy has got another penalty at the moment there. Immortal followed by Nosey. Where has Kez come on? Kez has fed out in 15th position. Samsung Ninja's got past Troy. So Samsung Ninja, as soon as I went off, Samsung Ninja is through and passes Troy. And now Immortal's also all over him as well. I reckon that Troy's made a mistake somewhere because he's lost an abundance amount of time and lost out to Sam Swift. And now Immortal's all over his gearbox as well. Something's gone wrong with Troy at the moment in that Ferrari. Menace leads. Second is Toy Coin. Sam Swift is in 3rd position. 4th is Troy with Immortal in 5th position. Knowles is superb in 6th position there. With MHD doing a good job in 7th as well. And Lucas Percy in 8th position. 9th is Indigo. That Ferrari looking very floaty on the rear posterior. 10th position is Brabant at the moment. 11th is Cam with Equals and Chappers 12th and 13th. Coop in 14th. Kez on the new medium tyres in 15th. Tory in 16th position. Legends and Mumford 17th and 18th. Mumford's going for soft tyres and having a bad day, Mumford is. And then we got Riley. And now we're just watching Immortal sneaking through, passes the Ferrari and up into 4th position there. Good stuff indeed then. And look at this, and it's the battle for the lead then. It's starting to rage on then with about 12 laps to go. Percy's got past MHD. Percy's on the charge as well in that Haas car. Keza through the bollard at Toy Coin. Dirty tricks and shameful behaviour here from Keza. Keza currently in 50th position. And Indigo has been disqualified from the race there. And goodness me, Indigo, who has pace there, but I feel that there's a lot of frustration in the car for Indigo, especially when he got the 10-second penalty. Indigo out of the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, Tories in the pits. So that battle for 10th position has now been the battle for 9th position there. Menace leads. 2nd position there is Toy Coleman with Sam Swift in 3rd position. Yellow flags out there. There's something that's gone awry for one of the Mercedes. I'm not sure who. I don't think it is actually. I think it's just Indigo's car getting removed from the circuit. Menace is leading this race though. He's only got one Grand Prix win. Has Menace Max so far. Menace, I should say, so far, which is absolutely astounding to me. He has been very impressive indeed. Menace has in qualifying trim. Sadly, race trim, it's not gone its way then. However, I haven't said that for Menace there. He is in the era of the Sam Swift Ninja and Percy era, then where them two drivers and Troy as well have been dominating ALR for a number of years now. As Immortal is unfortunately 2nd and a half. Back. Cam through. Chappers is through as well. Up into 12th position now. So Chappers is up into 12th. We've got 10 laps to go in this race, so it's not all done yet. And they're the top three. The top three are coming out to Toza. The penalty situation is this. Knowles has got 12 seconds of penalties. That is going to be costly, I feel. The understatement of the day, potentially. But Samson's got 6 seconds there, so he's got to have to pass and then gain 6 seconds over these cars behind him. Then that's going to be difficult. That's going to be very difficult, I feel, for Samson, but he's certainly going to give it a go. 6 seconds for Immortal, 6 seconds for Troy, 12 seconds for Knowlesy. Percy, no penalties so far. Same for MHD as well. Good stuff. 9 seconds for Cam, then Brabant on free with Equals free, Chappers free as well. I mean free as in penalties, not free as in their costs, because I'm sure they all cost a bit of money. Coopers and 6 seconds. 3 seconds for Keza. No penalties for Legends. That's going to help him. Mumford 18, 15 for Tory, 18 for Riley. And here comes Sam Swift Ninja then. He is starting to look very menacing now. All over the gearbox of the Ferrari. And I thought he was going for it, but no, he got no dice there. And the second Ferrari also had a look into turn 1 there, but no dice at the moment there. Mortal's got 9 seconds of penalties now. These penalties are going to come to a head now and later on in this Grand Prix. Well, when we go to the finish line. Back on board with Sam Swift Ninja, as you can see. So currently he's in all races, he's been on the podium, apart from the last race in Portugal. Has Sam Swift Ninja then. So it's been very comfortable for Sam Swift Ninja so far in the championship. Third position is not the end of the world, especially with a Mortal finishing behind him then. And a Mortal also has an extra 3 seconds of penalties as well. Mumford is out of the Grand Prix, and I think that he's coming to the pits and called it a day, sadly, Mumford has. So it's free retirement of the 20 that started. And difficult race indeed then for a lot of drivers out there. Here's Sam Swift Ninja, oh, goodness gracious me. And I must say, Toy Coin there was probably going to be looking a bit concerned by that then, and he's going to be looking even more concerned as now, but having said that, he's had a good drive, hasn't he, Toy Coin has, and he's now going to be probably looking forward rather than defending there. And here comes, goodness me, wow, as they both go either side, and Sam Swift Ninja is trying to go for the lead there, but Toy Coin there keeps his foot in and he takes the lead, I should say. It's easy for me to say, but Toy Coin, I don't know what I was saying there, but Toy Coin now has taken the lead there, and Menace has gone from first to third. Wow, what race that was indeed. Champion's really out of the 12th position. The Champion's got an outside chance, and more than an outside chance of getting some points here, as it has been a very difficult race indeed then. Sam's got a passing gap, not going to be easy as at the moment, and so he's got to find 6 seconds over the 2 drivers behind with Toy Coin with 8 laps to go in this one. Menace is 5/10 of a second back at the moment. Menace is. Riley back in the pits. Riley out of the Grand Prix as well, sadly. We're down to 16 runners and riders there. Only issue we've had so far is that humongous smash for Kaz down into turn 1 there, where I think it was him and Immortal getting the blows there. Immortal doesn't seem to, I wonder if Immortal may have damage. We do not know yet. We'll have a look. We'll talk about that after the race potentially there. But at this moment in time, Immortal then is still driving in 4th position. Still got Troy behind him. Here comes Sam Swift Ninja now. Yellow flags though. There is yellow flags, and now there's green flags. Was that did Sam Swift overtake in a yellow flag zone there? Well, even so, the car would have been ghosted, but that is going to be could be a talking point later on in this race potentially. But then again, maybe no one else noticed or something like that. And also as well, if the game didn't give some sort of penalty, then I think it's all fair, really, isn't it? I would hazard a guess then. So, but I feel that Toy Coin may be feeling a bit aggrieved by that one potentially. Toy Coin second, Menace in third position, Immortal in fourth, with Troy in fifth, Nolsey in sixth position. Lucas Percy has got to do a lot of work staying up for those extra 2 or 3 laps there. Those extra 2 or 3 laps there. So Lucas Percy there has had to do a lot of work in this second half of the race, but he's got no penalties at the moment. There's a bit of overcast. The clouds are coming in here in Emilia Romagna, but goodness gracious me. Immortal, Troy and Alex make contact at the chicane as Immortal lost it and the guys hit each other. Troy and Alex have damage, says Immortal. Oh goodness me then. So yes, that's why Troy is struggling at the moment there. But even so, Nolte is driving superbly well, even with that damage. That Toy Coin is going to stick it. If he sticks with the wheel tracks of Sam Swift Ninja and same with Menace as well, they will win and be second in this race though, because Sam Swift Ninja does have a penalty. There's MHD. Here's Brabber, who's just got past Cam. Cam looking much more stronger here tonight. It's great to see. Of course, Cam is with Cam. I'm sure has got penalty. Not got a penalty. Cam has also had. He's got a very quick customer indeed. Then Riley out of the Grand Prix earlier on in this race. But sadly, Cam has not shown his strength much this season. There's Percy all over the gearbox of Knowlesy. We just heard Knowlesy and Troy from Immortal, and Knowlesy's got more penalties there. And the penalties are starting to rack up for Knowlesy. There's going to be a lot of frustration in that Williams machine, especially especially if Nosey has got damage there, and that car is looking out of shape. And here comes Percy. My goodness gracious me, then Percy has snuck through and has got past Nosey and up into 6th position. We don't see an overtake like that too often there at the top of the hill. Menace, Toy Coin, Percy and MHD then for driver of the day. Get your votes in, ladies and gentlemen, there. But we've got 6 more laps to go in this one. And I must say, it's going to be a doozy of a finish there, isn't it? Across the line they come once again then. Lap 27, 5 laps to go. And Mortor is in 4th position. Is just coming up into the first chicane. Not quite, though, as Sam Swift Ninja is still in the lead of this race, but he does have a 6-second penalty. Toy Coin and Menace Wax has got to drive fast, but not get those penalties. So it's going to be pressure cooker now for Toy Coin and Menace. I think Toy Coin's got 2 Grand Prix wins to his name, whilst Menace has a Grand Prix win to his name, I believe. Now, as Percy, I think that it's done Nosey is kept in the wheel tracks of Percy here. So that is a very shrewd manoeuvre then for the most experienced driver in ALR Gold history then. Nosey is started his 100th and, hang on a minute, 145th Grand Prix start tonight is Nosey. Toy Coin does not have only has a Grand Prix win so far. So so Toy Coin and Menace are going for their 2nd Grand Prix wins of their career here tonight. Troy's got a penalty, sadly, and that is going to be costly as well. I don't think it's not going to be costly for the driver directly behind him at Percy. Percy just wants to get past Troy ASAP here because Percy's got no penalty. And Percy potentially. So at the moment, now where is Percy? I think the Percy's too far back. He might elevate himself back up in the 4th. I don't think he can get himself on the podium just yet. However, he is on fresher tyres. We'll come back to that in a bit then. 4 laps to go. Percy on the 5th position. Troy in 6th. Nosey is down into 7th now. And Nosey's got a humongous amount of penalties. 15-second penalties, unfortunately, for Nosey, which is going to really, which is unfortunately going to put a bit of a stain on what has been a really good performance here tonight in there. And that's another penalty as well. And Nosey driving with damage to his car. Same with Troy as well. Now that's probably why both drivers are getting a lot of penalties with the oversteer on the car. Toy Coin's gone off there, and that might have been a warning there for Toy Coin. We do not know how many warnings Menace or Toy Coin has got, but this is going to be a crucial factor in the final stages of the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Let's take stock. 28 out of 32 here. Sam Swift Ninja leads. 2nd is Toy Coin. 3rd is Menace. A Morto in 4th position there. He's 4 seconds back, 5 seconds back, I should say. 5th position is Percy. No penalties at the moment. Toye and Nosey, they could be looking at dropping out the points at the moment. Menace has got penalties, and Menace has a penalty. That goodness gracious me, but at the moment he is still in 2nd position. If you add in the if you add in, of course, the penalties and the turns race on, look at Toy Coin. Oh my goodness me, Menace going for it, having to go into turn 1 there. I thought that Toy Coin was going to drop back, so I was maybe looking for it, but decided to ease off there potentially. Farf in his car, lol. Says Farf. Absolutely, of course, Farf does love a penalty. I haven't said that. Farf hasn't had many penalties in a very long time, to be fair, but he has had a lot of bad luck in silver. Of course, I am being nice to Farf because I have a feeling that I'm going to be in a lot of trouble in bronze on a Tuesday. Mainly because last race I ran the 100%. I had a woeful race, and I'm going to be honest, I'll be happy not to be lapped, to be honest, in this one. Keza now in the 3rd division. That alternative strategy for Keza going from the hards to the mediums has not worked out at all. And Keza down in 3rd division, he is on the medium tyres, but I do feel that it's just difficult to overtake around here, isn't it? And it has just been very costly indeed. My goodness me. So it's lap 29 out of 32 here. Whoa, it's a person that gets to the snapper oversteer. Oh, and Toy Coin's got pounds as well, but they still, as long as they stay within 3 seconds of Sam Swift Ninja, they can still win this race. It feels like the aggregates system back in 94 and 4. My goodness gracious me, when we had those red flag races and all that kind of stuff. Toy could let Menace go and follow him. Keep it safe, said Serious Mushroom. Serious Mushroom was mentioned now as they all come together. And my goodness me, and that is not ideal at all. Menace and Toy Coin have come together, and they have thrown away Grand Prix wins for both of these 2 drivers. But of course, they're not going to be after you, sire, are they? Oh my word. And No, serious motion. Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness gracious me. At the moment, though, Toy Coin is 2 seconds back, but the question is, has he got damage? He cannot lose a second over Sam Swift Ninja there into the final stage of this Grand Prix. But my word, that Sam Swift Ninja has got a opening now of winning his 19th Grand Prix win in his 42nd Grand Prix start. That's a redonkulous start there for Sam Swift. There he is, the double world champion. And Toy Coin now needs to keep within 3 seconds now. Oh, it's all about time, isn't it? That's what I'm going to keep on about now. I keep on about like I'm a broken record. But look at this. Percy. Can Percy win this Grand Prix? Let's take a look at the leaders. Percy is 3/10 of a second back. Percy, then, if to be honest, so it's going to get very interesting indeed because Percy could elevate himself on the podium as well, or they could take each other off. So serious pressure. So as Troy's got past, Knowlesy's in the pits there, and I'm wondering, Knowlesy probably feels that there's so many penalties he's got racked up onto his account, sadly, and I feel that it's such a shame for Knowlesy because this is one of the best performances he's had in a long time, but damage to the car, unfortunately. Percy, Hungry Stars, is Percy could win this race there. Goodness me, there is Percy now. We're keeping on the gaps, and this is going to get very interesting indeed. Then in this final stage of this incredible Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, of course, we had a humongous incident on the opening couple of laps. We've had no VSC since then, but Sam Swift Ninja with penalties to his name, which is very unusual for the double world champion. And it's now all of a sudden Percy, who did not pit right away, and of course had an offset, and now all of a sudden Percy is getting himself back into this race, and this is going to get a very interesting end to this Grand Prix. Oh my word there. They just set the fast on race, of course. The fastest lap point then will be, it doesn't matter where you finish, as long as you get that fast lap point, that's all that matters. So far, Toy Coin currently aiming to win on Ferrari home soil here in Emilia, and also that'll be Toy Coin's second Grand Prix win as well. But they have made it more difficult for each other with the clash in the first chicane there. And Immortal, can he get back past Percy? Not at the moment there. Percy potentially is just about on the podium, I feel, at the moment then. No, he's not. He's about 2/10. He's about 2/10 of a second away from elevating himself on the podium. So Brabbit has got past MHD. MHD has lost a lot of time in the last couple of laps or so, but he has no penalties there. Only him and Percy and Legends have got no penalties. Great driving from those three drivers. Fantastic stuff indeed there. Alatoza. Sam Swift leads on the final lap. This is the final lap then. No fast lap next year, says Serious Russia. No, and I'm not sure what you guys make of that. Maybe that's a conversation for tomorrow. But my goodness me, that as there's the gap to the leader, and at the moment it is Toy Coin, and Toy Coin has still got it in his hands, and Percy's lost some 3/10 of a second to Sam Swift. Sam Swift is trying to keep himself on the podium here. Oh my goodness gracious me. And I think Sam Swift is on the course to finish second in this race there. So, but Toy Coin then could potentially win his second Grand Prix of his career here tonight in Trifosi's backyard, then in Ferrari's backyard as well. Sam Swift Ninja's going to come across the line first, but it's going to be Toy Coin winning the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, his second win of his career, and a win here on Ferrari home soil. And Percy does finish third then, but he does finish, so Percy, great drive actually from Percy, potentially driver of the day. He is currently winning the driver of the day vote. It's Toy Coin there, who's won this Grand Prix and has exited stage left quite quickly. MHD, great drive from MHD, moving himself up into 6th in this race in the end. Fantastic 17 championship just outside the points. Well, Cam getting his first points of the season as well. So Kingsam are going to be overjoyed with this result. Equals in 8th position, Fabric 7, MHD in 6th position there. Horrible driving penalties, but finally points, says Cam then. Very good stuff indeed then. I saw your DT's mushroom, your fast and Emilia. What was it? Serious Mushroom flex in there as we have lost the car at the very end there. Don't know who it was. Was it Tori out of the race then? I don't even know where he is actually. He might have crossed the line, I do not know to be honest. But it is going to be Toy Coin's second Grand Prix win of his career in ALR. So that is superb stuff indeed there. And of course in Ferrari's home race as well then. So I think Toy Coin is going to be overjoyed with this result then. Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed. Oh no, as get my race director, PlayStation has crashed, as it says Cam. How do I get the race director? Oh goodness me. Right then, whilst is that the race director? I don't know. Anyway, oh no! Well, I've got an error as well. That's great. Fantastic stuff. Um, Brilliant. Good stuff, everyone. Yeah, lovely. Right then, well, what we do know is that that was a fantastic end to a Grand Prix, wasn't it? Though, good stuff. Yes, the final classification was that Toy Coina did win that Grand Prix, with Sam Swift Ninja in second and Percy recovered to finish in third position. There's some great stuff indeed there. Lovely game, isn't it?
Please confirm my box.
Oh, my word. Well, annoyingly, I don't actually know who. I don't actually know who finished where in the end, but never mind. Right here then. So there's I got a couple of guests in this comms box, and then we get me interview Malarkey up, and we'll get going. And also I got to sort out my sound as well. There we go. Right here, Percy. I must say that I thought that you might have made a mistake by extending your stint then in the end there. But to goodness me, your pace towards the end of that race then did get you a podium. But first of all, then talk us about that race because before we even get to that strategy call, then because the race at the beginning then was getting very relentless in the top seven there between yourselves and the rest of your competitors.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race. First of all, I just want to say I'm over the moon to be back on the podium. Been a pretty diabolical start of this season from myself. It's what I expect coming into these races every week without even touching the game. So a bit on my part, but yeah, the race it's a bit boring at the start. Obviously, it was just a DRS training until I saw an absolute. Well, I don't know what that crash was in front of me. Obviously, the VSC came out and a few drivers got caught out, which sort of separated the train a bit. And then from then on, it was just trying to keep in a DRS of Sam. Thankfully, when Immortal got past me, we managed to just stay in the DRS of Sam for a couple of laps, and then everyone around me started to box. I was always planning on going long. That's usually my preferred strategy on this game. Just go long and have the tail off at the end.
And it certainly worked for you towards the end as well. And potentially, you was about. Did you know the gap between yourself and Sam Swift Ninja? Because at one point it was down to 2/10 of a second between yourself and Sam Swift Ninja, if you include Sam Swift Ninja's penalties. So, did you feel that a win could have been on the card today, especially as the two drivers in front of you also got penalties? What was you thinking about that towards the end?
To be honest, I was just mainly focused on just going as quick as possible. Obviously, I couldn't see Sam's penalties, so I didn't realise he did have 6 seconds. Obviously, if I had known that, I may have pushed a bit harder. But on that final lap, I just wanted to, take it easy. I didn't want to risk anything and get myself a penalty, which would have cost myself a podium.
And how do you feel then about this race, about the season as a whole? Then, because you've got quite lofty expectations of yourself and your performance as well. Of course, you've always been the one of the drivers that challenge for the championship, but this season it's not gone too well at all. Do you feel that it's potentially that you might have it might be a bit of a hangover from last season, or is that just kind of a mythical tale? What's going on for you this season?
I just think it's more of a fact that everyone else has got quicker, and I've sort of stalled. Obviously, I don't play the game, so I think that obviously hampers myself. But I think it is just more of a fact that I, I've not sort of kept on the same curve as everyone else has with their pace. I've still sort of stagnated as they've got quicker. I mean, fair play to everyone because I mean, you even saw today. Look at Knowlesy, for example. He was absolutely flying. Unfortunately, he didn't finish where he could have. But yeah, people like him who back in the past, you wouldn't have expected him to be in the top six of gold.
And of course, as I mentioned about your past achievements now, like, of course, multiple Grand Prix winner, a lot of championship as well. How do you motivate yourself, knowing that potentially it's not going to be week in, week out, you're going to be on the podium? Because in the past, I think the minimum that you ever expected for yourself was being on the podium. So how difficult is it to come into these races knowing that potentially it's just going to be the aim for points?
It's not really. To be honest, I enjoy the races. I think that's just what I like doing. I enjoy the races. If it wasn't for ALR, I don't think I'd even have this game installed on my PlayStation because I don't touch it other than a Sunday afternoon. So I think it is just the fact that I enjoy racing against everyone in the lobby, and it's good to keep myself on my toes.
And what is your expectations for the remainder of the season, and of course, potential going to Spain as well next week as well? What's your expectation for the remainder of the season? Do you look at the championship thing? If I get this many points, I could move up into potentially third, or are you not here to finish third? It sounds like you're here just to race. Then is that true?
Yeah, I'm just here to have fun. I've got no expectations this season. I'd like to get myself another win. I think that is my main goal this season, get another win on the board. But yeah, like I said, I'm just here to have fun. I mean, as long as I'm finishing in the top five, which I mean, I would say most races this season I've been capable of finishing in the top five. Obviously, I've had some technical difficulties at China when I was battling for P4. Japan, unfortunate DNF. Jeddah, I can't remember exactly what happened there. And obviously last week, I was just completely horrendous last week. The pace was nowhere. But yeah, like you said, just coming into every race, having fun, and see where it goes.
But congratulations on your podium today, Percy. Brilliant job indeed, and going extra long as well. It just shows how much I know. I thought that you may potentially throw away that race, but what a drive indeed. Well done today, Percy. Brilliant job indeed then on a podium here in the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. And that is going to, well, it ain't going to be it just yet because, of course, we're going to quickly show you the final classifications from this Emilia Romagna Grand Prix because it all went a bit pear shaped, didn't it, towards the end. And let me see if I can find the old messages. And then we'll just take a final look at the final look at the classification then from Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, and then we'll end the stream. So it's hang on, how do I get back? Yes, gosh, I'm good. Yes, that's the final classification, and luckily, the admins are always on their hand then to just to get the final classification there, and of course take a screenshot. So of course, Toy Coin now won that race, and that's his second Grand Prix win of his career. Sam Swift Ninja over the second now, and again on the podium. Percy, great drive to finish third. We just heard from him there for Percy. Menace down in fourth position now. Once again, the Menace getting another pole position, but not converting it into a Grand Prix win. Multo in fifth position. Their second in the championship has lost ground on Percy. MHD, great job in sixth position with Brabbit in seventh. Eighth is Equals with Troy down in ninth with all those penalties, but damage as well. Cam getting that final point as well. I'll be delighted with that. Champions in 11th, 12th was Keza. Alternative strategy just didn't work out for Keza today. And Knowlesy in 14th position there. And sadly, sorry for Knowlesy, it didn't go too well, did it, for Knowlesy? Keza gets fast up. Legends in 15th position there. Retirements was Torrey, Lewis Riley, Mumford, Kaz, and Indigo, all out to the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. That is going to be it for tonight then. Thank you very much for joining me on this lovely Sunday and very cold Sunday afternoon. Join us next week for the Spanish Grand Prix. Of course, as round 7 of the championship. Of course, so tomorrow night it is silver, and silver as close as you get. And after a fantastic final battle between Delando and Nameless last week in Portugal, that is certainly going to really keep our blood pumping for the race tomorrow. Cannot wait. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.